Sweetheart, we're doing all that we can, and we're hoping and praying that she could get discovered, pretty quickly.
Tonight, a stomach-churning nightmare. A mother going through hell as cops search for her missing 12-year-old daughter. But this story keeps on changing. The details are like shifting sands. Tonight, we're learning that this little girl's disappearance never qualified for an Amber Alert. Why not? Pricella Ristick vanished from a North Georgia shopping mall last Sunday. Cops say she had dinner at a pizza joint with her uncle, and then the little girl went outside, and then she disappeared. Where on earth did she go? Issues has obtained brand new surveillance photos that show little Pricella, there she is in the white top, leaving the restaurant. She looks like she's running, skipping somehow. Now, the uncle told cops that a witness saw little Pricella being pushed into a white van with an adult woman inside the van. But tonight, cops are telling us they cannot confirm that. What did happen to her then? Look at the white van, by the way, in the back there. See that white van? Is that the white van that the uncle who's in the red cap is talking about? We can see the uncle right there as he leaves the pizza parlor. Uncle. So again, look at that white van in the far background. It's driving away. Could this be the mystery van? And is little Pricella inside? Cops investigating Pricella's disappearance said they requested Amber Alert status twice. And twice the state said, no way, Jose. More on that in a moment. As for Pricella's mom, she says she just wants her precious daughter home.
Please bring her back. Please, I want my baby back.
Now, the mom says Pricella actually called her after she vanished. That's right, called her mom on the phone and said, hey, Mom, I'm with a mystery woman named Nancy. And then the line goes dead. Who is this Nancy? Does she really exist? Why did the state refuse to issue an Amber Alert? Doesn't every second count when a child goes missing? Or is it possible, we asked tonight, they know something we don't? Call me, 1-877-JVM says. That's 1-877-586-7297. Straight out to investigative reporter Michelle Sagona. Michelle, you're tracking this case. What is the very latest?
I can confirm right now, Jane, that the Child Abduction Response Team, this is under the Georgia Department of Corrections, is now teamed up with the Gwinnett County Police in that area to be able to locate Pricella. And this case is being worked as an active abduction investigation, although an Amber Alert, which is also known as a Levi's call in the Georgia area, was not issued. It was not issued for a couple of reasons, and I really had to do a lot of phone calls today and digging to the bottom of it. Basically, what we were initially told was that the Georgia Crime Information Center was the ones that sort of were the outlets to be able to issue this release. Now, that is not accurate. I was told today by John Bankhead with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations that the regional task force agent is the one to issue this alert. They did not have the proper information on Sunday and were asked to call back again. And the information that is that there was no one to specifically say 100% that she was forced into that vehicle.
All right, I got to stop you right there. Okay, I got to stop you right there. Okay, no one to specifically say, so let's dive into that. Before they went to eat, Pricella was selling flowers with her uncle, Joey Thompson. You see him there in the red cap, at the strip mall. Now, here he is. Let's listen to him.
1 second. By the time I got the picture, she wasn't there no more.
Okay, here he is outside the restaurant. We're going to show him again. Looks like he's lighting a cigarette. When we see that video, there's the little girl. Then we're going to go to him. The third photo. Yes. We're going to see him in a second lighting a cigarette. Anyway, here he is. In the police report, he says, okay, he told cops that a woman working in a beauty salon next door saw little Pricella being pushed into the white van. Tonight, cops say they cannot confirm that. Okay, could it be that cops talked to workers in that salon next door and nobody actually saw the girl pushed into the van? Can you say discrepancy? My big issue tonight, Mike Brooks changing stories. First, her uncle reportedly tells cops he goes into the pizza parlor to use the restroom, tells her to wait nearby. Now we're hearing they were eating together and the girl left first. Should these discrepancies make us question the whole story?
I'm not buying the uncle's whole story. And why was there, and it says right in the police report, that there was a 35 to 45 minute, gap from the time that she allegedly disappeared to the time he called police. What was he doing then? He was outside smoking a cigarette, it looks like to me, Jane. I'm not buying this guy's whole story.
Well, let's go to Archie Steve. He's a family friend of the missing girl. Archie, thank you for joining us on the phone tonight. Oh, well, wow, you're right here.
Yes.
I'm very happy that you've made it in.
Thank you for having us.
Why is a 12-year-old girl selling flowers? That was my first question.
From what we understand, I mean, she helped out her mom to make a little extra money and a little extra money for herself. And in this plaza is where she used to hang out at, and she would go there and sell little flowers and, you know, make a little extra money. When they went to this pizza place, her and her uncle ordered a pizza, and they was waiting for the pizza to get made. And her uncle went in the restroom for a minute to wash up, told her to wait, you know, wait inside. And when he went inside to the restroom, she walked out for some reason. Something caught her attention, and she walked out. After he finished up in the restroom, it's a smaller restaurant, it's not a dine-in restaurant. After he finished up and he noticed that she was missing, and then he started searching for her in the parking lot.
Now, this family, this little girl and her mom, reportedly only came from Nevada to visit the uncle about 3 weeks ago. What do you know about them and the relationship with the uncle? Are you friends mostly with the uncle or with the, how would you know that if they just came from Nevada?
No, we've known them. They was Atlanta residents. They lived here in Georgia before they moved to Nevada. They're originally from Chicago, and they lived here, I think, about a year and a half ago.
You can look up at the camera at me. Me, right here, down, eye level. There you go, right there. There we go.
They lived in Atlanta a few years ago, and then they moved to Nevada, Las Vegas about 2 years ago, and then they just moved back to Atlanta about 3 weeks ago.
I gotta stop the video only because you see the uncle outside with the red cap on, clearly lighting a cigarette. So he just lit that cigarette. Now you see in the background that white van that appears to be pulling out of the parking space. And then when you look at the photo, hopefully they'll show it next, you will see Pricella running towards near the curb. And in that curb, at the curb, you will see another white vehicle, which appears to be a caravan, small minivan type thing. Now, that minivan was right there at the same time that the uncle's standing outside. And then when they show Pricella running, which appears to be past that same minivan, which was there, like, something doesn't fit here because that vehicle, the minivan, had to be at the curb or appears to be leaving the curb and moving forward, and the uncle's outside, then the uncle goes in and then she runs out. They had to pass one another because that minivan that is by the curb seems to be the key in the time frame here. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's very baffling here. I've got to get this out of my system somehow.
The uncle, why did he wait 35 to 40 minutes before calling cops?
I don't believe that he waited that long, far as I knew. I think the way the detectives told me was he called the police like within 10 or 15 minutes when he started not noticing her in the parking lot and not noticing her in the restaurant.
Well, that's another discrepancy because it says here that Mr. Thompson waited 35 to 45 minutes before he called the police. That's in the police report. All right, hang in there, Archie. The biggest clue cops have to work on right now is the phone call that Pricella allegedly made about an hour after she disappeared. Her mom says her missing daughter actually called her on the phone. Listen to this.
I told her, why did you get in with her in the van? Okay. Because she offered me money, she's going to cash the check and give her money, buy food.
All right, now the police report says cops tried to call that number back. There was no answer. Officers asked dispatchers to blue book the number. The dispatcher says she was unable to blue book the number. Got to go back to Mike Brooks on this.
What does that mean?
What can they do to find out if A, the phone call actually happened, and who made the call from where?
Well, when I spoke to Corporal Jake Smith with Gwinnett County yesterday, he's basically said that the phone call right now is inconclusive. It was one of these phones that you pay for it by the month, by the week, and you can't trace it. It's not like a normal cell phone with a normal carrier. You can go back and try to find out if there are any cell pings. With this one, he said they could not.
All right, Lisa, New Jersey, hang on. We're going to get to you right on the other side of the break. We're just getting started here, and we're taking your calls on this 1-877-J.
Okay, originally it said that the call came in from a private number. Now that was reported in the media. I don't understand what Blue Book means. If anybody out there can clarify that, it would be helpful, because I never heard that word before. I've heard the words, but I don't understand the meaning to a phone.